Konnichiwa minasan, it is I, BDB, and I am here with the review for episode 14 of Pokemon Horizons. If you haven't already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also hit the bell notification so you don't miss another video. We start off episode 14 of Pokemon Horizons with Dot saying she doesn't have a solution to fixing the ship's system. With this, Murdoch decides to go shopping with Liko. Noctowl alerts Friede to the Magnetons that are causing the electrical storm above the ship. Friede gets Charizard to attack the Magneton and chase after them as well. With this, Dot can now start fixing the ship's system. Roy has decided to go back over to the Wattrel, and Fuecoco has decided to go to a bush where there was Combi, and behind this bush is a Vespiquen. The Vespiquen chases Fuecoco, who runs over to Roy, who runs over to Wattrel, starting a Benny Hill type chase. Roy and Fuecoco end up falling into the river. Once Roy and Fuecoco get out of the river, Roy explains to Wattrel it wants to be friends with it and gives it an orange berry. Roy realized that Wattrel had stopped at the edge of the river and didn't jump, didn't fly or anything, so Roy demonstrates him jumping into the river and invites Wattrel to come down to him. We see through Wattrel's eyes that it is afraid of heights. Pretty much gone vertical. While heading into town to shop, Murdoch says thank you to Liko for inviting Dot to have a picnic. Liko mentions how Dot also gave her the courage to say what she did to her dad. So it's kind of tit for tat, it's nice. On their way back from shopping, Murdoch mentions how he wished they had secret spicy spice. They also pass by and stop by Roy, who is still training Wattrel to jump off a boulder. Wattrel does! Wattrel has made the first step, the first jump to flying, all thanks to Roy. Friede follows the Magneton down a dark alley in Levinkia. I'm probably saying that totally wrong. They get ambushed from behind by Beheeyem, and Beheeyem uses its psychic abilities on Charizard to keep it still while Magneton takes shots at it. Friede gets Charizard to go past his limits and terrorizes it into a dark type, which, well, Beheeyem's psychic abilities won't work on him now. If you want Friede's Charizard, use a code down below and you can get him in your Scarlet and Violet game. They're able to fend off Magneton and Beheeyem. Back on the ship, Dot says it could take all night to reboot the system. Also that night, Roy is thinking how he could help Wattrel when he sees Ludlow with his fishing rod. He ends up asking Ludlow for a favor. We find out the next morning that favor was to borrow the fishing rod as he has made a cutout of a Wattrel. Roy and Liko run down to Wattrel and Roy demonstrates what he would like to do with Wattrel on the fishing rod. Wattrel seems interested, so Roy attaches the fishing rod to Wattrel. Oh, but Liko gets a notification on her smartphone rotom. And what is that notification for? Oh, it just happens to be for that secret spiciness that Murdoch wanted. So Liko decides to go into town to get the secret spicy spice for Murdoch. Once Liko's gone, Roy starts to give Wattrel some momentum. As he does, though, Wattrel is flapping his wings really fast, and it causes electricity to rip the rope apart. And Wattrel starts to fall. No, he is flying! Wattrel is flying along the river. A gust of wind sends him straight up to his friends, and they all land on a watchtower that is there. Wattrel has flown. He is flying high in the sky with his friends. Murdoch, who is nearby, shows up and was also impressed by what he's seen and decided to come over to Roy. Roy and Murdoch are walking away, and you can see Roy is sad, and he says he should be happy for Wattrel. We see Wattrel jump off the watchtower and start flying down towards Roy. Roy's confused as he was helping it fly to its friends, and Murdoch says, well, it wants to be your friend now. Gives him a Pokeball, and a gust of wind strikes Wattrel out of the sky. Roy throws the Pokeball and runs Will he catch it in time? He does! He catches the Wattrel in the Pokeball, and he catches the Pokeball before it goes into the river. He now has 2 Pokemon, Wattrel and Fuecoco. Go on, Roy. I am glad that's the way it went as well. Wattrel should have absolutely ended up with Roy. I did think maybe it was going to be a whole thing of teaching Wattrel over a few episodes to learn how to fly. I guess there could be a few more steps that he could do to properly fly, but it is now with Roy, and that is a good thing. And now we see Liko in town. She starts to walk down a dark alleyway. Oh, it's a dead end. Oh, Seeker Spicy's play shot was meant to be down here. Well, of course it's not. She turns around, bumps into Spinel. Of course, she doesn't know who he is. And then Beheeyem is also there and hypnotizes her. Spinel now has the pendant. So, of course, we are still not getting together in the next episode. Shocker! Because now we have to go off and face Spinel to get the pendant back before it gets into the really wrong hands. It's already in the wrong hands, but then wrong hands can get more wronger. And honestly, I didn't think anyone was going to get the pendant this soon into the series. It's like 14 episodes, maybe like episode 50 when they're asleep or something, they could have gotten it, but nope. He could have it for the whole episode 15. Maybe it's a chase for the next few episodes to get it. It's going to be interesting to see what happens in the next episode. So there has been a good bit of improvement here. A good bit of more storytelling here, which is awesome. Always love seeing steps taken. And Roy getting his Pokemon team together. Also awesome. But let me know what you thought of it down in the comments below. Let's have a conversation about it. But that's it now from me, BDB. Johnny!